We need to talk about the fall. You know that moment? You are a rational person. You have values. You have goals. And yet, there is a moment where you do something completely irrational. Maybe you scream at someone you love. Maybe you relapse into an addiction you swore you left behind. Maybe you procrastinate on a life-changing project to scroll through social media for 3 hours. Afterward, you look in the mirror and ask, what was I thinking? Who was that person? Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, in the first lesson of Likutey Moharan, gives us a diagnosis that is completely different from Western psychology. He doesn't call it a personality flaw. He doesn't call it evil. He calls it insanity. He quotes the sages, Ein Adam over Avera Ela in Knishnas bo Ruah Shtut. No person commits a sin unless a spirit of folly enters him. This is a game changer. Rabbi Nachman is telling us that when we fall, when we act against our own best interests, we are not being bad, we are being crazy. We have lost touch with reality. The text explains that a person who sins is, in that moment, technically insane. Why? Because if you truly saw the reality, if you saw the spiritual consequence, if you saw the sekhel, the intellect we talked about in the last episode, you would never do it. So the struggle isn't about being good versus bad. It's about being sane versus insane. It's a battle for your mind. Who is running the asylum? Who is this Spirit of Folly? Rabbi Nachman introduces us to the two main characters living inside your head. He bases this on a verse from Ecclesiastes. Better is a poor and wise child than an old and foolish king. Let's meet the antagonist first. The old king, Rabbi Nachman, calls him the Yetzer Hara. Why is he a king? Because he rules, he is dominant. He controls the body and its desires effortlessly. Why is he old? Because he was there first. From the moment you were born, you had survival instincts, you had hunger, you had ego, you had the need for pleasure. He has been sitting on the throne of your mind for decades. And why is he foolish? Because, as the text says, Lo yarpatske silbitvuna. A fool does not desire understanding. He doesn't care about the future. He doesn't care about meaning. He only cares about now. Standing against him is the protagonist. The wise child, this is your Yetzer Tov. This is your authentic self. Why is he a child? Because compared to your primal instincts, your spiritual awareness is young. It's tender. It's constantly being reborn, and he is poor. He has no brute force. He doesn't have the armies of dopamine and adrenaline that the old king has. All he has is chokmah, wisdom. The tragedy of the human condition, according to Torah 1, is that the old king bullies the wise child. The spirit of folly takes over, and the wise child is locked in the dungeon. So how do we help the child win? Rabbi Nachman gives us a very specific prescription for driving out the spirit of folly. And it sounds strange at first. He says that just like you deal with a madman by beating him with sticks and putting names upon him, we must do the same to our internal insanity. Now don't worry, this isn't about physical violence. Rabbi Nachman explains that the sticks are the letters of the Torah. The Hebrew letter Vav looks like a stick or a staff, and the Torah is a collection of names of God. What does this mean for us? The old king
our impulses
thrives in chaos and vagueness. He thrives when we are mindless to defeat him. We need definition, we need names. In psychology, we call this labeling. When you feel the urge to explode in anger, the old king is telling you you are right. They disrespected you, destroy them. That is the spirit of folly. You take the stick, the power of speech and definition, and you hit the feeling with a name. You say, this is not justice. This is just my ego feeling hurt. You say, this is the old king trying to ruin my relationship. By naming the demon, you cast it out. You turn the vague, overwhelming emotion into something defined and manageable. Rabbi Nachman says that the letters act like a staff that beats the madness out of the system. He connects this to the concept of Gela, a wave. He says the evil inclination is like a wave trying to drown the ship Sephinta. The ship represents our Heshiva, our importance, our dignity. The old king wants to drown your dignity in a moment of madness. The names are the SOS signal that brings you back to shore. We have the diagnosis, insanity, the characters, king versus child, and the weapon. Now, what is the strategy? Rabbi Nachman quotes the Talmud, Le'olam yargiz adam yetzer tov vel yetzer hara. A person should always incite the good inclination against the evil inclination. The word yargiz implies friction, it implies a fight. We often think inner peace means silence, but Rabbi Nachman teaches that in this world, peace comes from the victory of the wise child. You have to actively give power to the child. Here's your practice for the week, based on Torah 1. Identify the madness. When you feel a compulsive urge or a wave of negativity, stop and label it. This is Ruah Shtut. This is a temporary spirit of folly. Don't identify with it. It's an intruder. Empower the child. Remind yourself that the wise child inside you, your conscience, your connection to God may be poor in volume, but he is rich in truth. Listen to the whisper, not the shout. Use the sticks. Speak out loud. Rabbi Nachman is big on speech. Say a verse, say a prayer, or just speak the truth of the situation. I am bigger than this urge. I choose sanity. The text says that by doing this, we create chokmah, and the folly naturally disappears. Like light dispels darkness. The old king might have been sitting on the throne for years, but the wise child is the rightful heir. It's time to help him take back the crown. Thank you for listening to Soul and Mind. Go out there and win the battle for your sanity.